Yeah, I know what you're saying, Pastor Jim. That eschatological signs are they're all there. I can understand why people are asking the question, wondering if this might be the end times. But we can't grab onto that, can we? But what did Luther say? If he thought it was what's that story?
Well, I remember a story about Martin Luther, and he was asked what he would do if he knew that the world would end tomorrow. And he said he would go out and plant a tree. So I think that's a good example for us to follow, remember. He looked to life and he looked to hope.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think we need to be doing that right now. It's so tempting.
Hey, Pastor Michael, Pastor Jim, we're live right now.
Oh, well, we'll have to continue this another time. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Evening Focus. I'm Pastor Michael Miller, your host here tonight. And once again, I think we have a great lineup of guests sharing with us tonight. So we're glad you're here with us. I've been thinking today, again, about Psalm 46. I've been reflecting on that over the last couple of weeks. And today I came to the verse that's at the center, I think. It's the one that's the most familiar, and it's at the heart of the psalm. Be still and know that I am God. In the psalm, it speaks about how sometimes there's natural disasters and the world seems like it's coming apart. And then it talks about how life in the political, social relationships of people can fall apart. And we certainly have both of those right now. We have a virus that's sweeping the entire globe, and in its wake, people have lost their jobs, businesses are closed, schools have closed, people are at home. Everything seems like it's changed, and yet the psalm promises that in the midst of all of that, in the midst of the city, is the presence of God, our help, our refuge, and our strength. And so, be still. Be still and know that I am God. A lot of you, I know, are hunkered down and holed up, trying to wait this out. And sometimes when those kind of things are forced on us, maybe you break your leg and you can't do the things that you're used to doing, or you end up in the hospital and you're kind of stuck. It's a forced retreat. And oftentimes, I think we push back on that. We want to resist it. But I've heard encouragements in the last couple of days, and I've been trying to do that myself in these last couple of days, to embrace it, to embrace that stillness. If we have to be quiet and alone, then embrace that solitude and pay attention to God with us. And you can do that with children too. Families who are at home together can practice that stillness. There's an Irish educator, Noel Keating, who wrote a book, Meditation with Children. After teaching meditation to children in schools in Ireland, entire schools would practice meditation together. And singer-songwriter Alana Lewandowski created an album of music together with Noel Keating in order to help children to learn to meditate. And so tonight I want to invite one of those chants that she wrote. I want to teach it to you as a way that you at home with your children can enter into the stillness, enter into the solitude. So I'm going to sing through it once, and then I'll invite you to join me in that. Be still and aware of God's presence within and all around. Be God's presence within and all around. Be still, be still and aware of God's presence within and all around. Be still. Join with me now. Be still and aware of God's presence within and all around. Be still and aware of God's presence within and all around. Be still, be still, be still, be still.
Hello. It's good to be back with Marty and with you once again and to share a story with you once again. Today was kind of a gloomy day, wasn't it? It was heavy clouds, there was fog, there was some raindrops here and there. Not a very pleasant day. Not like yesterday when the sun was out and I went for a walk and I saw kids out on their bikes and rolling in the grass and people walking their dogs, and everyone just seemed to be feeling really good because it was such a beautiful day. Today wasn't that kind of day. Things kind of changed, and I thought, wow, it's so easy to take those beautiful days for granted, and we don't really realize it until they're not there. I want to tell you a story that, well, actually Jesus told about a boy who really had it all, but wasn't very appreciative of all the wonderful things he had until he lost them. And then he realized all the blessings that were his. The story is called A Boy Comes Home. A young boy came to his father one day, and he said to his dad, "I'm going away. Give me the money that's rightfully mine. I know how to spend it. I'm sure I'll be fine." The son took the money and went on his way. He was full of ideas. He was full of fun and for play. Well, the things he would do and the people he'd meet, a life with no worries, just couldn't be beat. All of these thoughts so filled up his mind that he hardly remembered the dad he left behind. At first he did well, for he knew how to spend. He would party at night with all of his friends. He never would work, he slept all day long. He lived for excitement and parties and song. When his money had run out one cold, rainy day, he went to his friends, but they turned him away. At last he found work feeding some swine. He said, "How I miss that father of mine." But while he was still a long way out, his father saw him and said with a shout, and he ran and he hugged and he kissed him, and his heart was filled with joy as he welcomed back his long-lost boy. The boy didn't realize what a blessing his father was, who was always there for him, always ready to love him and embrace him and call him his own. It was only when he had gone away and forgot about his dad that he realized what he really had back home. And maybe it's kind of like that for us sometimes too. We take for granted everything when things go well. But when something happens and it's not quite the same, we begin to wonder. And we need to remember that our Father, our Heavenly Father, is just like this dad, always there, always waiting, with arms outstretched to welcome us and to embrace us and to tell us we are loved, whether the sun is shining or not. So I hope you have a great day tomorrow and hope it'll be a beautiful day. But even if it's not, it will be a glorious day because God will be right at the center of it. Enjoy.
Hey, look at that!
Hey!
Laura Schuler and Jack Jorgensen and their family. Well, why don't you quick introduce yourselves to the people who are watching, and then I want to find out what's going on for you.
I'm Laura Schuler, and this is my son Jack Jorgensen, my daughter Chandler Cook, and my other daughter Greta Schuler. And we love to make music together. If the kids ever said they were bored, then Mom would say, "Okay, let's practice."
And so are you going to do some music for us tonight?
We are. We're going to do a couple
Awesome.
songs for you if you don't mind.
Well, please do. What a delight.
We're going to do the first one we're going to do is called Healer of My Soul by John Michael Talbot, who I'm a huge fan, always have been a fan of his music. And we put this together about 2.5 years ago after my mom passed away, and we needed a little healing. And we thought that this is a time that people kind of need a little healing right now, so we're going to do that one for you first.
All right, thank you. As we come to our conclusion tonight, remember again that verse and keep coming back to it. Be still. Be still then and know that I am God, that I am present, that I am in your midst, that you are not alone. Changeless and calm, deep mystery, ever more deeply rooted in thee. Changeless and calm, deep mystery, ever more deeply rooted in thee. Changeless and calm, deep mystery, ever more deeply rooted in thee. Confident in that presence, may you sleep well tonight, and may you wake to a new sense of God with us in the morning, that we might continue to live in hope and in courage and share God's love with those around us. As we're silent, as we're still, we're fed in order that that may lead us into action. Just as Luther said he would plant a tree if he even knew that it was going to be the end of the world tomorrow. There's no time when we stop sharing that love. And our silence, our stillness, our presence to that mystery is what feeds us and strengthens us for the action we're called to give to the world.